One of the things that's struck me as really valuable about this program is the way that it brings together people from different nations. So we've had some amazing conversations with people who are sharing their contexts, the cultural values, the constitutions, the processes that come from a diverse range of nations.
Indigenous governance programs this January in Tucson are just ways for us to be able to help build capacity within these individuals, and hopefully that will continue to serve as a resource for them.
As a member of the Navajo Nation, or just in general Native American woman, for me, my learning, I think it really helps me when it starts with stories. A lot of us don't hear a lot of people's stories, especially from different communities. It's really important that we hear those stories and get it out there.
Indigenous folk in our groups, and we've been working together and looking at some of these issues that we face, which has been really wonderful. But the principles themselves have been really helpful in that it gives another perspective of self-governance.
An Indigenous person from the United States and an Indigenous person from Australia having a down and dirty conversation about how things are the same and how things are different. And it's that, as much as the classroom activity, that these cohorts create of learning from each other.
So the course is really designed for researchers, for tribal leaders, for those who represent tribes, to really get an understanding of the best practices and the worst practices as we set out upon what's really an exciting time now in Indigenous rights movement.
It was an opportunity for me to sort of expand my own capacities as a teacher, and I feel now more capable of being able to speak to some of the issues around constitutions and law that are not my actual training, but that are issues of concern to Indigenous students that come into my classes and non-Indigenous students that come into my classes.
I see people coming from all over the world, and I feel very fortunate that I'm a local person who can enjoy the opportunity to join this program locally. Working with different state agencies and different people who provide services to tribal communities, I do see a huge need for education.
We started this program because of something that's happening in a lot of places around the world right now. Indigenous people reclaiming control over their lands, over their affairs, over their futures, basically saying we want to have some control over what happens to us, over what happens on our land, in our country. And this program was born out of the realization that a lot of them are looking for solutions, ideas, information that is useful to them in that effort.
It gives you a better sense as far as what self-determination is, the importance of your language, the importance of your culture, what those different areas will help you out in the future.
We're trying to find new ways in strengthening my tribal governance currently. And after completing these courses, they have provided me with more tools and also with innovative ways of doing this. For all those tribal leaders, or for those that have the interest in becoming a tribal leader, should really take advantage of these courses.
It's important that they hear about some of our stories, that these students, tribal leaders, or individuals that are taking these courses, to spread the word of, hey, take advantage of this January in Tucson, because a lot of these research work that these faculties are sharing within the classroom can make a really big difference.